This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 13. I think it's 23. And it reads, "Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil." I want to start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to Kol Elohim La Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Chakodesh B'Katham. I want to say double honors to the elders, the apostles of the great millstone who do teach and rule well. I want to say peace and salutations to the Akim, across the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Say shalom to the Akim and the Akwat out there listening and learning. Lord willingly, this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad, and the land of other nations appearing like other nations. Holy Spirit and through the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And pretty much I was searching for a lesson, and the Spirit jumped on me because I was reading an article in regards to your boy DJ Trump. And I got, again, can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? So you pretty much are the way the Lord created you. He created some to do times past, making deals with the serpent, but this devil's going to show his horns, and he's they getting, because the Lord's rousing them up for that warlike state, because they are warlike people, and that's why the book of Revelation chapter 12 verse 12 talks about coming down with great wrath. So the Lord created this man to be the wicked, so he's going to do what the wicked does. So the article's on my news break, and it pretty much says, hope I'm going to get this in enough time. Because like I said, I was trying to do some other stuff. And so it says, Trump goes full dictator with threat to turn military on U.S. citizens. Is it surprising? The New Republic. He already done said a couple comments. He done made a few statements. And the thing is, these red-blooded, true-blooded, however you want to call them, these true blue or true red, these true Edomites, this man literally incited insurrection. People forget about that. So why wouldn't he? And then he keep on throwing it out there to see how to gauge the reaction of the people. And people for this shit. When people are starving, when people fucked up, when people angry, you give them, blood work. You give them blood sport, bread and circus. With less than, but at the same time, give them a bad guy to point the finger at. With less than 30 days on the clock, Donald Trump's full attention is geared toward Election Day, but the specifics of his vision are veering into dangerous territory. Speaking with Fox News, Maria Bertoromo on Sunday, the Republican presidential nominee claimed that the real Election Day issue is the enemy from within. Now, they keep on pushing this narrative because they want a divided Babylon the Great, because they need a scapegoat. These people that's bringing out misinformation, which, what makes it misinformation? Because they deem it misinformation. A lot of the information brothers bring out, like the elders been in the spirit of saying, we fact checking, we fact checking. So the things that we bring out, we know are accurate. So the things that we're bringing out, any individual that has access to the internet can go look these things up for themselves. When we go into the Pact for the Future, or Project 2025, these things you can read for yourself. It's a female. I try to, tell her about the truth. The bitch, she want to be just, Eve, the elder tell us to leave the black woman alone too. Well, the elder, I ain't gonna get caught up, put it like that. But, like the brother said, you can't get frustrated dealing with a double-minded creature, you know what I'm saying? But long story short, she's so all over the place, but she was aware about Project 2025. And that fucked me up. That's maybe why I'm a little bit interested, because I'm like, well, damn, hold up, but you can't tell her shit. But the point is, she was that aware. I mean, because, most Jake ain't gonna know nothing about no Project 2025. Jake care about what's the fuck going on with P. Diddy, and, Denzel got, allegedly was involved. And, they care about that bullshit. So, these things you can go check these things for yourself. But again, they're trying to paint the narrative of you got people spreading disinformation. That's the cause and the reason why the country's so fucked up. It's not based on the policies that they're making. You got to remember, these are the same people that those North Carolina residents pretty much been displaced, and they only wanted to offer them $750. And out of desperation, people try to take that. And what do they say? That's not even a grant. That's a loan. That's like they want to. You ever had like a motherfucker just purposely trying to get you to snap? Like I've had jobs where a motherfucker try to get me to do certain things to get fired. So I mean, if you recognize what you're looking at, you can see it clearly. It says, I think the bigger problem is the enemy from within, Trump said, deflecting Bartolomeo's baseless suggestion that Chinese immigrants in the country or rapists would interfere in the outcome of the election. So he's saying he's not worried about any migrants or any, foreigners being hostile to the country. He says not even the people that have come in and destroying our country. And he's saying basically, you see how he painting the narrative? He's saying, yeah, they're destroying the country. The people that just came in, by the way, totally destroying our country. He said, we have some very bad people, Trump continued. We have some sick people, radical left lunatics, and I think and it should be easily handled by, if necessary, by the National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military, because they can't let that happen. And it's funny because, where was the National Guard with the individuals that lost everything in North Carolina? You got to remember, Trump just pretty much made the statement about all they would need is a one-day purge. And then, I remember when the purge first came out, and now you're seeing the predictive programming. Whether it's the new founding fathers, look how the government has pretty much switched up on you. The government is not about the people, the board. Like your government has sold you out. And that's what really lets you know what the elders was breaking down. And I'm picking up, but what they were saying rings true. It said government, meaning control, meant your mind. Because you people still brainwashed to the point that you thinking that these people is out to help you. Scriptures talk about cursed be the man that trusteth in man and make of flesh his own arm. Roughly paraphrased. It says Trump to Bartiromo on what worries him about election day. I think the bigger problem is the enemy from within. Sick people, radical left. So basically he's trying to say the American people are pretty much, you got, T's around, terrorists, like off of Key and Peele. Terrorists, you got terrorists around them, you got to be, see, that's how you know this is truth though. Because we got to go through all this hop, skip, and dance just to bring information out to benefit people. This is an evil ass place. But the thing is, through the Spirit, I know wholeheartedly the Lord gonna fuck this place up. Because it's written about being fucked, the Lord fucking it up. And the Lord is a man that he cannot lie. It says, and it should be easily handled by, if necessary, by National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military. So basically he threatened, the civilians with the military, because you can't say who's the terrorists and who's not. But pretty much based on the government's eyes, everybody's a terrorist. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of when you go into 9/11, in the Patriot Act, pretty much it put all the citizens under surveillance. That's why Bush made the statement about, people don't recognize what I did, but when you look back years from now, you're going to say, you're going to understand what I did and how important my role was to play in this. It's not the first time Trump or his allies have threatened military action in order to achieve their goals. Last week, Steve Bannon's temporary war room substitute host, Natalie Winters, vowed that Trump's post-election retribution tour will involve prosecuting his enemies for treason, including some members of his former administration, such as retired U.S. Army General and former Joint Chiefs Chairman Mark Milley. And Trump himself has leveraged the authoritarian rhetoric before as well. Speaking with Fox News' Jenny Pirro in September 2020, Trump warned that he would use force against Democrats if they chose to protest in the streets following his potential win on election day. And the funny part is, but guess what? He pretty much did an insurrection, and I think the article gonna go into that. It says, we'll put them down very quickly if they do what, so like he says, we'll put them down very quickly if they do that. We have the right to do that. We have the power to do that if we want, Trump said at the time, according to Politico. Look, it's called insurrection, he continued. We just send in and we do it very easy. I mean, it's very easy. I'd rather not do that because there's no reason for it, but contradicting himself. But if we had to, and this is how these devils talk, with a forked tongue. This double speech, you know, they saying one thing, they're really like these motherfuckers evil. But if we had to, we'd do that and put it down within minutes. Of course, Trump did not send in the military to rein in the insurrection carried out by his own followers after his loss. So that was like being sarcastic, but it's the truth. So if you still trusting in Babylon and this voting process, like I said, like the elder Hawad always goes into the lesser of two evils, both motherfuckers evil. You know what I mean? Like, you ever seen a motherfucker like trying to play 3-card Monty and the motherfucker that sitting up there acting like he on your team really working with him? That's what this shit is. You know what I mean? Like, and the thing is to show you how pretty much so close we are to the end and how, pretty much Babylon is so exposed. You can see it. Like with the whole assassination attempts. Like, you got people really believing that shit. You know what I mean? Now, I can't say who's paid off and who's not, but you really got people, man. I mean, Salakia. So with that being said, you deemed the enemy, you deemed if you're not with what the government is spewing out, you deemed the enemy, and they said they could send, the military after you or the National Guard, which the National Guard, I believe, is deployed. That's why they supposedly couldn't help North Carolina or the Floridians. But, who's to say what the fuck going on? You know what I mean? Just know it's a whole bunch of lies, like John 8:44 says. So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10, and it reads, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Like that Jeremiah chapter 13 said, can an Ethiopian change his skin or a leper change his spots? You got a lot of Jake men, the elder was going to that's basically not going to vote for Kamala, but going to vote for Trump. But you, like I said, he probably even worse. Because this man is your enemy, and he makes it known. He doesn't like niggas. He'll use a nigga, but he don't like no niggas. Verse 11, it says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Not iron naturally rusts. Like iron is fascinating to the point because of the fact that iron has pores like the human body, the human skin, and it naturally rusts. If you let iron sit for a minute or a while and just, without being touched or whatever, it'll start to rust. But it's also, you can bring it back. You can actually like clear the rust out. If you temper the metal. If you do things to the metal, you can actually bring it back to life. You got certain YouTube channels where individuals will find old rusted knives or old rusted pistols, and they'll pretty much refabricate them, rather. They'll bring them back to life. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou hast known that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. No matter how much he cleaned himself up, this man is still the devil. That's why he cut off all that fucking hair on his face, got the clean shaven face, even though he was a cave dweller, a caveman, a beast man. You know what I mean? He cut it now, and to fit in his society and to be, accepted, you have to be clean shaven with the pedophile look. When the scriptures tell you that a man's supposed to have a beard. Verse 12, set him not by thee, lest when he have overtaken thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. When you take time to think about the Native Americans, the tribe of Gad. How many different Israelites was pretty much bamboozled by this devil? Like I said, just off the top of the head, Gad. Gad came over here, helped him to live. Columbus out here fucked up. Helped him to live, and the whole time, Columbus up there, smiling in their face. He up there, oh yeah, they'll make good slaves. This man is the fucking devil. Verse 13, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent or any such as come nigh wild beasts? So basically saying, who gonna feel sorry for you when you bitten by the serpent? And DJ Trump is a serpent. And all you 2/3 ass niggas that still believing in voting when the truth is out presented in your face. The elder Apostle Tar brought out a scripture, and pretty much I was like, I'm at work, so I didn't get a chance to write. I'm listening. I didn't get a chance to really study it, or write down the scriptures or the precepts, which I'm going to try to do this time. I'm going to re-listen to the video. But long story short, he was going into, once you bring this truth out and if the Israelite pretty much reject it, he's sinning. So that's pretty much, label or marking him from damnation for judgment, you know what I mean? Because you're rejecting the truth in a world full of darkness. You know what I mean? Like I said again, if you can't, these people don't even consider, like yesterday I went to camp, and people just going on by their day to day. Like the elder said, they said on the news it was hundreds of tornadoes basically in Florida. The fuck, and you won't even consider that that's the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua judging this place? Man, scriptures talk about the fool saith in his heart there is no God, And this devil, this so-called white man, Esau Edom, he saith that, but you got 2/3 of our people that believe the same. So to hell with them. Scriptures talk about those that be found joined onto him shall be thrust through. So fuck a 2/3 nigga. Fuck anybody that rejects this truth. Fuck any nigga that gave up the truth and went back into the world. I noticed when I pretty much, became disattached or unattached to the camp, because I'm still a believer. I'm just no longer, with the camp anymore. But, I'm glad the Lord turned up, because it's like the Lord started turning up right when I left. And, I watched many of brothers leave, the camp. I don't know if they left the truth because I don't follow them brothers no more. You know what I mean? Sometimes it be like that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's deep because, the Lord, it seemed like he turned up. And I'm like, well, damn, I'm hoping the Lord keep putting the fire under my ass because, you'll be a fucking fool to give up the truth right now. So, I don't know. I mean, I do know that this was meant to happen because, like I said, again, I didn't think about it till after the fact. But a brother told me the day before I left the camp that, the situation happened or whatever, he yeah, I had a dream about you. And he was like, it wasn't a bad dream. And I'm like, and I heard him, but I didn't think about it. I ain't meditate on it. And then, like I said, a couple of weeks afterwards, maybe a month, then I just, it came to the forefront of my mind. I was like, damn, that's the spirit. So this was already set up in the spirit to happen. I just prayed that, my sacrifice is accepted to the Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I pray all the sincere brothers believe. I pray this place keep going down day by day. And, fuck this place. So, again, you 2/3 that believe in Donald Trump, when that snake does bite you, when that serpent does get you, don't feel sorry or don't feel stupid because I'm not going to feel sorry for you. And with that, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to call Elohim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash Brakathum. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who do teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Akwatata listening and learning. Lord, willingly, this was edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but subscribing to the truth. To you, I say shalom. Till next time I'm able to come with another lesson, I say shalom. Salaki, I'm going to say shalom, and Kwam Yashar Allah, and Mawat Lababal. Shalom.